Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, good afternoon everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, great to see you today. First of all, I would like to say thanks to God Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for has been giving us mercies and blessings. So today we can meet in this place with a good condition and happy situation, exactly to conduct our meeting English Practice Club. And don't forget to say salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has guided us from Jahiliyah era to the Islamic era, namely Islamic religion that we learn. And then, as a moderator today, we have some agendas for the meeting today. But before we continue our agenda, I would like to give chance for the newcomer to introduce himself. Okay.
By the way, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Sudirman. I from Bonto Bahari. Just itu saja. Thank you.
Okay, maybe any question for Mr. Sudirman?
What do you do now?
Okay, what do you do now?
What do you do for living? What is your job?
Your job?
Job. Oh,
Or your activity right now? Right, your activity.
Berdagang, how to berdagang?
Selling.
English.
Selling some.
What do you sell?
What do you sell?
Coconut. Apa itu?
Kopra.
Coconut.
Coconut. And YouTubers. It's like emoji.
Gaming.
Ya. Itu aja.
Okay, thanks for Mr. Sudirman for your nice introduction. And then for today we have a topic about discussion. Our topic today is about the marriage of children and the right to education for children. And today we have two speakers. The first speaker is Sri Wahyuningsi, University of Islamic State Alauddin in Makassar, and content creator on YouTube. And the second speaker is Muhammad Asfar Syafar, SPT, Animal Husbandry at Asanuddin University in Makassar. And to show our time today, I will let for the first speaker to deliver her topic today. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much for the chance. So first of all, I would like to say many thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, to the God who has given a healthy opportunity to meet in here, nice place in Tiga Kabe, and also salawat and greetings to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the bright nature. And by the way, today we're going to talk about the marriage of the children and the right to education for children. So guys, for your information, I'm not married, so I just want to give you some reference from article maybe or internet, but not by my experience. And to start, the first is I would explain about the meaning of child marriage and child marriage. So the first, child. The definition of a child which is now developed is based on the biological age, which refers to the time of birth until puberty. Medically, puberty is understood as a period of human development when there is a change of physical and sexual maturity. For a girl, it is when the menstrual cycle at 9 until 12 years. And in boys, it's marked by the ability of the test to produce sperm at the age of 14 until 16. And the second is war marriage. Definition of marriage, which is very strong, has an influence today. War society based on formal law, which refers to understanding that marriage is a social contract that is recognized by the state, religious, authorized, or both. One definition, for example, state that the marriage is the formal ties between man and woman who are legally recognized as a husband and wife. And the second is child marriage. So, child marriage, or often also called as early marriage, it is traditional practice that has long been known and widely spread in all parts of the world. Literature study not two parents of the child marriage, namely to marry girl with the made adults and the match of boys with the girl by both parents of the children. And then marriage is a reality for many children, especially a girl. Survey data notes that child marriage is prevalent in the world poorest country like in Sub-Saharan Africa, South Central and Southeast Asia, Middle East and North Africa and Latin America. However, that 60% of a girl in the developing country enter into union before age 18. In Indonesia, 34.5% of 2,049,000 marriages in 2008 are child marriage. It is also reported that during 2008, the trend of child marriage at the national level and in the Central Java tends to decline, but it tends to increase in West Nusa Tenggara and East Nusa Tenggara. The data from BPS 2009. As well as in other many countries, child marriage more often occurs in a rural area among less educated girls. Actually, the majority of a child marriage is a violation of human rights, as there is often an element of coercion involved, which may result in unwanted pregnancy and social isolation with little education, reinforcing the general nature of the property. And then, numerous international human rights laws and the convention have humor against child marriage, such as UDHR, CRC, and CEDAW, but it remains without effective national policies and mechanisms to implement and enforce them. Although most countries have national laws on the minimum age of marriage, including Indonesia marriage law, they are largely effective because of the official tolerance of cultural, societal, and customary norms that shape and govern the institution of marriage and family life. And then child marriage in Indonesia, based on sustainable development goals, we have a risk factor about child marriage in Indonesia. The first is household with lower expenditure. The second is the rural area, and the third is low household education. So education have a relationship about child marriage in Indonesia. For education can be explained by my partner. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for the first speaker today. The first speaker have explained about the definition of child marriage, and some data about child marriage in the world and in Indonesia. And then for the next, I will give chance for the second speaker to deliver his topic. Please welcome.
Okay. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for the big opportunity for me here, for me as to be a speaker today. Okay, as the second speaker, I'm going to talk about the right to education according to the problem of the child marriage, the early marriage, because as the first speaker said that the early marriage is really relatable to the because of the lack of education. So I'm gonna talk about that. If we talk about the right to education, we know that the Indonesia law grants the free education for all of the netizens here in Indonesia. According to the constitution, we know that every citizen has the right to obtain the instruction or education where the government is obligated to provide and implement in national education system. But in fact, we could see in many media, in many like in TV, there are so many picture or video that show us that this thing is still become a cause, still become cases or a problem in Indonesia. We could see that a lot of causes of a lack of education here in Indonesia is the main reason is the marginalization and the poverty. If we talk about the poverty and the marginalization, we could see that a lot of children, because a lot of children have in Indonesia as a developing country, we could see that so many children don't have access to the basic education because of inequality that originate in sex. Like if you talk about the sex, that some people think that the men have more chance to have more opportunity to the education than the woman, and then another issue like the cultural identity, about the illiteracy of parents. Some parents think that especially for the marginalization citizen parents, they think that their children not sure to have the good education like that. If you talk about the right to education, 2 weeks ago I saw that in the Rumah Belajar social media, Mr. Naim post that one of the student named Hilyatul Aulia in Desa Borongkajang, she recorded in Metro TV and asked that with the literate the young people in her village in Borongkajang, she could help some of the young children in her village to avoid the early marriage with education, with us or with us her friend to going to the library for study. And then it's also show us that the education that child receive is the strongest indicator of the age she will be married. Evidence show that the girls who attend senior high school are 3 times less likely to be a child bride. And then as we know that the education is one of the most powerful, also is one of the most powerful tools to help children to avoid the early marriage, and also one of the powerful tools to help the marginalization and to help the poor to go out from the poverty and the marginalization, and also the adolescents girls are more vulnerable to child marriage because the dropout of school before completing the education. I think that's all I could say because I'm not preparing for this topic so much, so I'm so sorry for that. Thank you, and back to moderator.
Okay, thank you for the first speaker today. And then I will let for the participants who has any comment or any opinion about our topic today. Okay, can you? Okay.
Okay, thank you for giving me a chance. Talk about marriage early. So some people agree and some people disagree. It's about maybe time, maybe responsibility or financial for the children and when he get married. But I wanna appears a case I see my wife families in Sengkang get early the husband when he still in senior high school and his wife junior high school, but he can build a family, he build a business, he have children now. He get 3 children maybe. So the theory about that can be I had to undeniable with who has disagreed that early marriage. But talking about the education, yes, they automatically he stop the education. But I think the family now happy, get more health, more have asset for the family. What about you, my friends? About this could be discussed about it.
Opinion about Mr. Ronald's comment.
Okay, thanks a lot for education. I think as we know that the early marriage is still become such phenomenal because there are some people agree or disagree about this topic, about these cases. If we talk about the children, the early marriage in children, I think like the case, like the example you give, we couldn't say that the one who don't have a good education or a good education could be success with or get the early marriage could be success in her family journey like that, because I mean there are some, if we talk about the early marriage, it's not only about the financial things, but it's also about the health of the maturity of the reproduction system of the human. As your example, I mean, we have to say that the senior high school is still a good is how old
18.
by the law 18 it's in 18 it's actually in
global.
it's actually in
Indonesia.
what classes what classes yeah the third in senior high school. Oh yeah. Your example is he already has the maturity years like that, but as we know that the merit is not only about from one aspect. There are a lot of things like the how about the family financial support like that, because he already has help or some kind of the investigation from his parents like that. He could build a good family, but in a lot of cases, I think dominantly of the cases that we have is the big problems of the how to say perceraian.
Divorce.
Yeah, the divorces cases is because of the economic reason, but back again, because there's a lot of aspect. It maybe in your cases he already has the financial support from his family, but as I said that for some people with the marginalization and poverty cases, like in Geneponto, for some cases there are the study that say that the some of the divorces of the early marriage in Geneponto is the happen because of the financial yeah, like that.
And also,
maybe if you have
yes, and
more
also,
opinion.
Actually, why the government tried to actually the government have sustainable development goals. They have a target about child marriage in Indonesia. Because of child marriage, Indonesia have an impact about that. Like I have a data that's from BPS, Badan Pusat Statistik, and also from UNICEF. That's complication during pregnancy and syphilis are their second leading cause of death for a girl between age 15 and 19. And also babies born to mothers under age 20 are 1.5 times more likely to die during the first 28 days than babies born to mothers in their 22nd or 32nd. So it's more make the babies and also the mothers how do you say sensitive to be died. To be died. Sorry, I'm not the god, but that's the information from the BPS. I think that's all.
Thank you, speaker, for your nice answer by Mr. Honors. So I have any comment also about this topic. Based on UNICEF, we have to make it clear that child marriage is defined the marriage of a girl or boy before the age of 18. Before 18.
Yes. Under 18.
Yeah. Under 18. Then maybe some days ago, there is interesting topic in Metro TV, Bulukumba skit, talk about this case, Kick Andy talk about this topic also, the child marriage, and then nice question about from Andy F. Noya. He said that what if I want to marry daripada even I do in Sina, better I marriage in
halal
even in halal relation. So maybe we can talk about this topic. What do you think about this one? And also information. The kids said that in Bulukumba when pandemic the child marriage increased 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think about this one? Okay, maybe any comment from the participant today?
Maybe because stay at home long
Yeah.
time.
They get bored.
Get bored and then get married.
What should we do?
Yeah.
The school will stop and he stay at home too long. So the parents think
It's better.
it's better to marry.
Okay, any comment?
Maybe we have to ask
Anyone?
the child one of
Yes.
one of child under 18.
Do you want
Yeah,
to-
under 18. To marry.
Yeah,
What do you think?
You're one of the child in here. What do you think?
thank you for giving me a chance. Yeah, so I have a classmate that has broken up school that has been married in his teenage. I feel so weird, like married in their still very young age, like 15 to 17. We still have many things to learn, but they broke their school and get married. That is so fast to get married, right? So I think getting married in teenage life is not good because
Because we need to go to school.
You need to study.
because because if we married in our teenage life, we have a less education for our future. That's it, maybe. In my opinion.
It's time to play game, maybe.
Yeah. Whatever lah.
No time to play game again.
Yes.
Thank you lah.
Yeah.
I think
me-
that's it lah.
Actually, I believe that there is no parents want to their children early married, but I think it's happened. It's because of the situation, like you said before, that it's all about because their household maybe. So all the parents want to their children was successful, but maybe they don't have enough money to make a good education for their children. Maybe because of the children have a bad pergaulan. What is pergaulan?
I don't know. What about bad attitude?
Bad attitude, okay. Bad attitude. Because of that, they have to get married. Like the Mr. Omar said, because daripada even if they make halal, something like that. Understand?
That's got sekali.
Okay, just that.
Okay, thank you. Any comment? Yes.
Yeah, thanks for the chance that I think get married immediately. I also disagree with that one because when you in married relationship with your husband, when you have understand higher understandable. Why? Because we have a different mind. We have different pola pikir yang berbeda ya. We have a different
Mindset.
yeah. We have a different mindset to looking the in our life, yeah.
And also the children who are under 17 years old, they has crisis emotional. No, yeah, crisis emotional. Who are always want to be how to say liable, could we say?
More sensitive.
Yes, they're more sensitive in their emotional. But when Mr. Ono say that there is a case in his village, there is young people get married and they get good financial and they are happy and they has some children right now. We didn't know this problem they have. They have in their journey. Maybe we don't know. Yeah, we don't know. But in this case, they are successful in build their family, I think, and it could be a good apa contoh yang bagus, a good idol a good idol for the young people who want to get married early. I think that's all. Thank you.
Mr. Sudirman, any comment?
The main point is I could say good.
It's over? Okay. Everyone wants to hear your voice.
Yeah, you have a good voice. You have to show your voice.
Thank you very much for your time. Talking about a marriage of children. In my opinion, the main problem when the children is married in the young age is about education. Because if let's say they married in the young age, that's their education automatically stop, right? And then if we're talking about reproduction of the woman or people who married under 18, that's that's also true. But how about our previous people in the village? Orang tua, how to say? Orang-orang dulu.
Our ancestor,
they also married in the young age, and we can deny that they have a lot of children, right? And that's not, they don't have a problem with their reproduction, is it? Yeah.
Oh yes.
So I think the main problem is education, because if let's say they even thought they married in under age, I think they don't have more education to educate their children in future, right? Because the first teacher at home is from the parents.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why we how to say apa ya? We want the children in future to marry upper 18 years old. Thank you.
18 years old.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Ulfa. And then, there is any opinion about Ms. Ayu's statement from the first speaker? So please welcome.
Thank you so much for the change. So yeah, I agree about Ibu Ayu opinion, but some parents they make that's kind of solution to handle our children if they have a bad attitude. Maybe if they get married, they find a good man, they will be more good. That's kind of some solution. And I agree about that, and let me know about a legal framework. So 21, that is a legal age of a marriage for in Indonesia, and above 18 until 19, that's also legal, but we need parental consent. So the parents should give education for the children who have that age, so the family can be more better. Like that, what Mr. Owner say, he have neighbors. I forgot. Neighbor. Yes, and they still young, but their family more good maybe because the family with a parental consent. So the parents give them solution or education about marriage. I think that's all. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for your comment. Maybe the second speaker, do you have any addition?
Okay, I'm gonna give some opinion about Mr. Hairul opinions. He said that it's good to have an early marriage than doing the free sex. I think if we talk about that question, I think why if we have more option, not only about I choose to not to doing that two bad things, but I choose to get another option, like I'm not doing that free sex, I'm not doing that early marriage, but I am married in a major years, and I will get my the good education, and also I will have the good financial. I think it's just about the more option, not only about from the two negative option, because we always have another option like that. And then also from the Ita opinions about our ancestor, she said that our ancestor have a lot of children, and they're still happy, but as we know that in the past we couldn't comparing this time than our ancestor, because as we know that in the past we struggling from a lot of things, like the health issue, like the prenatal mortality, the child mortality is so bigger in the past, and our government fight for that right now. From that the health organization, they still fight right now for that things, like the birth mortality. So that's why they make some regulation where the human could marry when their sexual where their reproduction organ is already mature, like that. Thank you. I think it's all. That's all.
Stop.
The last statement from me, maybe if you decide to get married in early, it depends on you. I mean, we know Ustaz Abdul Somad. No, Ustaz, I forgot. Ustaz who always given the woman and the boy to get married early because of zina. I forgot the name. Hanan Ataki. Hanan Ataki say, how do you say daripada? Even you zina, more better if you get married. That's kind of solution. I mean, yeah, that's really good. But we don't need to choose. I mean, we have another option. So it depends on you. If you want to get married, yeah, you should make sure yourself prepare about being family, make a problem with your husband, with your children, with your family. And if you decide to stay on your goals, yeah, it depends on you. I mean, that's not about bad or good. It's about your option. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for the speaker for the topic today. Nice information about the child marriage. And then I think if you want to marriage early or lately, it depends on us. I'm late.
Oh my God, we are not yet.
It depends on us, but the point
We are
actually,
four. We are five.
UNICEF actually is not forbid us to what is child marriage, but UNICEF want to decrease the child marriage based on information that in 2000 and 2021 UNICEF want to decrease 500,000 cases child marriage in the world, because now in especially in South Asia like India, Bangladesh, and Nepal, the very high case of child marriage. Okay, I think that's all about our discussion today. And okay,
Yes, listen about your statement. So, we talk about marriage early, so it's a problem. Why we not say to let marriage to it's a problem? Like Mr. Nine maybe?
So we talk about status right now. Oh my God.
That's fair name. Yeah, you mentioned it.
maybe a motion next week.
Maybe in the right time.
Okay.
Okay, I think it depends on us. If we want to marry early or lately. But if we would talk about why do you marry lately, maybe we need more time to talk about this topic. There is many reasons why we let. Okay.
Also about Wampanay.
Yes. Yes. And if you want to talk about component, it's need more time to talk about this topic also. Okay. Okay, maybe that's all for our discussion today. That's why I like joint meeting, because actually it's not about English but the knowledge about the topic. Okay, but I have one suggestion. What about in one discussion, one meeting like that, we have a grammatical corrector. I think when someone who want to be grammatical corrector, so when we're speaking here, they will identify us. What do you say? So what we say, we know our mistake. We know our mistake. Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
Mr. Nine do it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I have written some of the phrases or sentences that you have said during the meeting, and I can notice some of them. One about the pronunciation,
Yes.
and the second one is about grammar. And about the smaller one, you say as, us. You can say as. Journey. Yeah, journey is not journey. A lot of aspects. You say when I heard a lot of aspects. Aspects. Yeah, all. You need to make it plural. And cases. Not case. Case, it means a street case. A couple. The case. If you want to make it plural, cases. Yeah, like that. When you say high school, high, you don't need to say hike. You can say when you want to fight with someone, you can say hike. But you say high means stingy. You say high, like a high, something like that. Yeah, and then I don't write a lot because I focus on that camera. I just write some of your words here. And then we move to grammar. You say it is not only. When you say not only, it is not only. You can move to but also. It is not only but also. Correlative conjunction. Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah. Not only but also, either or, neither. Yeah. Yeah, it's right. Conjunction. You don't need to care about it, just listen it. Okay, and the next one is about our government fights. Our government fight plus S, fights. You say it's fighting or fights. And he always given. He always gives. Oh, he is giving. That's correct. He always given. There is no words like that. There is no sentences like that. We couldn't comparing. No, you can say you couldn't comparing. We couldn't compare. Yeah. The next one. Good, more good, more better. No. You just say good, better, the best.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Good, better, the best.
More better.
Yeah, switchable. Good, more good, more better. Oh my God. And then we talking about. If we are talking about. Yeah, you just forgot. I know you understand it. And the next one you say we want children to marry. We want children to marry. We want children to marry, to get married, to marry, so like that. We want children to blah blah blah. In Bulukumba, when pandemic, you can say during the pandemic, because a long time because no reason. Yeah, I just want to marriage. No, marriage is a noun. You need a verb. I just want to marry. Yeah. Child marriage in Indonesia has. You say child marriage in Indonesia has. The happen cause. How do you say? Who said like that? The happen causes. The happen is not a verb. I think it is a verb. Yeah, it's not a noun.
It happens.
Yeah. It happens. You can say it happens. Yeah. The one who don't have. The one is singular. Who conjunction doesn't have, or you can say the one who didn't. It's okay. Yeah, the one who didn't have. But if you say the ones means orang-orang who don't have. It's okay. That's true. From Ita opinion, you can say you can say from Ita's. This is not. Actually, she is not Ita. She is Ulfa. Yeah, I heard you. Okay, from Ulfa's. Let's common as from Ulfa's opinion. You can say Ulfa's opinion means kepunyaannya. And then yeah. We couldn't compare. We want to take. I think that's all. Yeah, thank you. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you for Kak Nain for the grammatical correction, and then we hope that the one
Who doesn't?
saya salah ngomong.
Yeah, I don't need to worry about it.
Okay, so let's close our discussion today by saying Alhamdulillah.
Practice,